But does the stream know we're streaming? Alright, load. Tea leavers. This morning I woke covered in sweat. By the time the student body started leaving their dorms for breakfast and morning duties, the sun has taken full effect. Oddly, that puts me in high spirits. Why does, like, immediately as the thing start, like, my voice change? Like, oh, tone shift.
Tone shift.
Yeah, it's like, oh, depression. Up, never mind. I'm happy now. Just ignore everything.
The sound doesn't have depression.
Yeah, the sound doesn't have depression yet. Because he's had it.
He doesn't Lily's route.
Oh boy. He's had anger
Everyone has
issues.
depression in Lily's route. Everyone.
Including us. I don't even know what it is yet. But, I already read this. Not even 8, yet I feel like the day is going by one of those pleasant, tranquil, warm ones. If I weren't at school, would I consider every absence from class as a sign of life-threatening situation? I'd consider skipping the whole day and just relaxing in the school gardens. Yes, today is a genuinely lazy day. Why is he like a different person in every different route? Like, he just completely changes considering the situation. Okay then. For a second I stop in mild stretch and consider the nurse's warning about exercise. Maybe I should keep up with those morning jogs. Running with someone like Emmy might have been a little test, but if I worked up my own pace, who am I kidding? I wouldn't stick to something like that without some kind of motivation. It's not like I'm sit around all day. Walk to and from the convenience store counts as exercise, right? Especially if I walk back up the hill. Yeah, it's no big deal compared to the months lying in the hospital bed. I'm getting plenty of exercise. It seems I'm not alone in my appreciation of the day. Nearly every member of the class is glancing through the window and gets to tranquilizing sky. Even the steadfast Shizune seems to lack her usual vigor at schoolwork. Mishi, as brazen as ever, has been unbuttoning the top buttons of her shirt and is fanning herself with a notebook. I feel like you enjoy that scenery. I must have been staring, and now she's sticking her tongue out at me. However, she shows no signs of halting her efforts, nor is she trying to hide the fact. The lunch bell seems to have caught everyone by surprise, that the class empties as much as a lower pace than usual. The heat seems to be draining as needed to rush into everyone. Just gonna lower the volume. It's bothering me. Well, almost everyone. Hanako. 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 You're not here, are you? Okay, then. Hello. Hi there, Hanako. What can I do for you today? Hanako.
My mic.
Oh, okay. Did you hear me call you?
Yes.
Was it creepy?
I said it, and then I fixed my mic, and now I'm back.
Okay. Do you want to say it again?
It's fine.
Okay. Hanako's already has her lunch bag in hand. I don't have the detective work to work out what's going on.
Would you like to have lunch with us again? I brought enough for everyone.
Awesome. I don't have to be stiff about it. You don't have to be so stiff about it, though.
Alright.
I take it we're good. Cough, cough, people outside. I take it we're going to the tea room.
Please. Lily said she'll meet us there, so we should
Like legit, the
move
please.
our silverware.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Who are you talking to? Who are you
I
talking
only have 2 friends now, and I have my personal Alan, and then I have my personal ball of confusion. So it's one of the two.
No, because like move the silverware. I was like, okay. Are you talking to yourself or are you talking to someone in your room?
Myself.
Okay. And also, please was like the most you thing you said. It was hilarious. It's like, please. Should.
Should go ahead together.
Sounds like a plan. This heat has made me pretty hungry. Hanako breathes a sigh of relief and gathers her things together. As usual, the aura of the tea room is refreshing, feeling isolated from the rest of the world. Then again, the usual din of the school seems to be a bit subdued, most likely from the laziness promoted with heat exhaustion. Hanako slowly spreads her food on the table, intently focused on every little movement, as if she's trying to keep her mind off other things. It's not much, but I can tell from her demeanor that she has prepared everything with utmost care. I guess Lily isn't here yet. Should we start without her?
She'll be here soon.
Hanako struggles with the lid of the container of rice. Here, let me help you with that. I take the container from Hanako's hands and try to force open the lid. Try as I might, it seems wedged shut. Well, let me guess. Did you put this in while the rice was still hot?
Yes, I was in a rush.
I put the container on the table between us. I thought so. It looks just like this is wedged shut. We'll need some hot water to get it open. But this could be a pain in here. We'd get the water elsewhere.
And in that case, how about I contribute to today's meal?
At the door, Lily smiles, holding a bag stocked with various buns and brands rolls. I couldn't help but do the same.
Is Lily really that much taller than Hanako, or is Hanako sitting?
I think she's sitting.
Cause like, dear Lord, Lily, how tall are you? Since you two had a change of plans because of me, I thought I would bring a little something.
Thanks, Lily. Here, let me get that for you. Now they're sitting. That's their actual height difference.
Okay, I thought Lily was like 6 feet tall or something. It's just like, Lily!
Not? Is she not, though?
She's 5'11".
Which is big.
She's taller than Hisao.
Mm-hmm. I've met someone like that. I'm like... I mean, I'm not going to finish saying my sentence.
My aunt's 6 feet tall, and she married a guy who's 6'8", and her children are like also 6'8", and it's ridiculous.
Oh my. Let the tall breed begin.
Yes.
With little guidance, Lily's bread assortment joins Hanako's riceless platter. I hastily put some tea and completed the picture. Well, I was looking forward to this. As I take a bite, I notice Hanako trying her hardest not to look as she's looking at me. It's nothing special, but then again, I can't really complain. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to cooking for myself. Not bad. I guess it made the stuff you brought yesterday.
Yes.
Hanako's eyes shot at me.
I don't have to say okay again. Let's go.
Okay. Beg me for some kind of feedback. Well, it's clearly worth it. Thanks, Hanako. I was about to say Hisao.
I wanted to show you this after yesterday.
Show me what now? It's okay. I was just a little surprised at the stuff you're buying.
Hanako always liked to experiment when it comes to food. I think it's good most of the time.
Wow, I can't believe you would say that, Lily. When Lily's smile doesn't waver, the slight change in her tone tells me that things have not gone too well in the past. And it's not like Hanako has many people to sample her cooking. Hang on, was Lily waiting for me to go first? She didn't start eating until after I said it was alright. Her cheeks grin tells me that it was deliberate action on her part. Oh my Lily. I'll have to try and work out how to get over her in the future and make up for this. Is this what you're gonna make me do? Am I gonna like sample your foods? I was like, is it good? Yeah, it's good. Okay. And then you start eating afterwards. I'm your guinea pig.
I'll be like, oh, we have to go get Melanie out of the basement. They have basements in California, right? Because they don't here.
They don't here.
They did in Canada, but now they don't here.
Yeah, America doesn't have very much basements.
Many basements.
Yes. Unless you're in a specific area where they have basements. I'm pretty sure your state would have basements.
They don't in this part. They do in the other part.
Yes. But still, yours has common basements. California, that's if you have a basement, then it's probably a really old house.
Well, we're gonna have to get a really old house because we need the basement.
Yeah, because basements are cool.
Yes, and for absolutely zero other reasons.
Yes. You know, I wanted a basement so I could it's perfect so like we could do our recordings there and no one could hear us.
Oh yeah, that's a good reason to have a basement.
Yeah, either that or a really big walk-in closet. And then we would have to put so much styrofoam foam all over the walls to make it soundproof. Then we could finally get a good house. Donate for our house.
Yes, you go to patreon.com/help Angela and Alan get a house.
Do you want me to actually make that? I think
Please don't call it that.
if anything you would do a GoFundMe, help us get a house thing. Patreon is more of, oh, here, help us make contact by actually helping me buy a better GPU because I have a 750 Ti and it's it works for now, but it gets bad. Never mind, I didn't say anything. Cough cough. I have a Patreon.
Started GoFundMe called Angela and Alan Need a House with a Basement.
Or just build a basement in my house.
Yeah, just dig a hole.
Her cheeks. Oh wait, I read this. Oh, school. Hello. I didn't realize you were here. Cough, cough. We weren't
Sarah
talking.
too cool?
What?
Is it Sarah too cool?
No, that's you. It's Slook. SLOCOOL. Slook. I don't, how would you pronounce that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it's
Cool
good.
name, though.
Hmm?
Never mind.
Okay. Well, it's good. That's all that counts, right? All right.
Right.
I keep pressing enter instead of space because this visual novel uses space and every other visual novel uses enter, and it keeps messing with me because when I'm on Tokyo About, I press space. I'm like, nope. That's just Katawa Shoujo.
You can right click too, or left click. I think
know.
on the check.
Yeah, I left click mainly, but like when I'm lazy, I just use the space bar. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time. Lily's satisfied at not being the first to sample Haneko's creation, being to consume the food in front of her. I found myself staring at her watch. Chopsticks gently touched the plate, her tips gently poking the traces, to quickly discern the position of the food as she dexterously picks it up. One might think she were a child playing with her food, if not for the situation, and though she does it with such care and thoughtfulness, that's obviously that this is simply how she eats this kind of meal. Not wanting to miss out, I start filling up myself. Hanako takes a different approach, waiting till Lily and I have our hands clear before quickly snatching up her share. I feel like that would be something you would do.
Yeah, whenever there's like a group of people and they're like, everyone go get some food, I always wait until the very end.
I do the same, so this is not going to be very good for us.
We'll just go together.
Okay. Before long, the containers are empty, save for still shut rice. Why didn't you do it while it was like, hey, I'm gonna go do this and then just wait for me and then come back with the rice?
Mm.
I feel like they don't think very well.
Thank you, Hanako. That was filling. No, thank you for the bread.
It's a good thing she can't see us stripping. Yes, it would have been a disaster if not for that.
You're both welcome. But now I must be getting back. It's far too easy to be late after eating here.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I think we'll just clean up here and head off.
Well then, good day.
Lily leaves, her cane tapping away down the quiet hallway. Hanako and I quickly pack our things and stay seated while waiting for the bell. Together we stare out the window and the endless azure sky. If it weren't for the pealing of the bells, I would have sworn the time had stopped. The urge to skip class rise in my gut. I shoot a glance at Hanako, who shows no signs of moving either.
Not just yet.
Are we just gonna miss every single class now?
Yeah, because you date Hanako now, and Hanako doesn't believe in school.
It's like, I don't believe in the school system.
It's like Emmy had to go run, Ren had to go paint, and Hanako wanted to just stare at the sky.
So what did Lily and Tsuzune want?
They go to school.
Yes, that's good.
Shizune does even more school. Because she's me.
So is that what I'm gonna do?
Yes.
Because I'm fine with that. Intervals between warning bells and the ends of lunch pass in a blink of an eye. We really should go. People will freak out if we start the search party if we skip. Hanako sighs.
You're right.
Slowly she rises to her feet. I follow suit. Sadly, we make our way up to the old stairs in the 3rd floor, and there our classroom. At the door, I point and open the door ahead of Hanako, bowing my head down and apologize in advance. We're sorry we're late, teacher. I am greeted not by stern words, but by an angered instructor to take my seat, but simply by the silence created by 15 or so students trying not to laugh. Muto, ever tardying, has yet to arrive. Oh, this is lucky. However, the fact that Hanako and I have arrived together is blatantly obvious. Puff. Puff. Are you gonna attempt to do that? Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like, not what I do. Make that 14 students try not to, one student failing.
The Whoppers return!
Oh, Misha. Yeah, thanks. You could calm down now. I feel like I'm Misha.
You might be Misha. Well, your name is Shina Hakamachi, so yeah, you're Misha.
Yeah, I'm Misha and you're Shizune. Cough, cough. Oh, that's funny with you both. I stepped into the door and realized that Hanako is firmly pressed against my back, hiding herself from the class. With my steps coming closer to my desk, she eventually breaks from me and stiffly walks to her own. Her efforts to mentally block everyone's presence from her mind was fairly written clearly on her face. Quickly checking the doors for any signs of teacher arrival, I take a trip to Hanako's desk and whisper to her ear, "Don't worry about Misha. She's always like this. I enjoy myself today. Don't sweat it, okay?" Hanako nods with her head behind the folded arms and still doesn't show her face. I yearn to stay and console her more than Muto picks up the exact moment to enter the class halfway through his lecture, as if it started in the hallway. Damn it. I was like, I have to do more voices.
You've only had to voice one character, Alan.
I know.
This is nowhere near as bad as Tokyo Babble.
I get lazy. Which, of course, is a direct proportional to the charge, but inversely proportional to the square of the distance. I feel like he was asleep during this whole lecture.
I think he was.
It was like, sleep lecturing. Which I doubt, I highly do not doubt that he actually does sleep lecture.
Oh my god, what's that noise?
What the?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about my the gate.
No, I heard this thing just start mowing. I guess someone's mowing the lawn. I don't know.
Oh, I thought that you heard the kind of noise.
No.
Okay, that's good, because that was really annoying. He was so engrossed with his speech, he didn't even notice me sneaking back to my seat with Hanako's desk. While Muto's spiel rambled on, Misha leans over to me.
The teacher may not have noticed your tardiness, but I did.
Oh, Misha. Don't snitch on me. That much is obvious from the show you put on.
I've been instructed to let you off the hook for today, but only on one condition.
Mm-hmm. Join the student council?
Probably.
Oh, and what would that be?
You have to help us this afternoon.
By joining the student council. I craned my neck to look over Misha's shoulder. Shizune is conveniently not making eye contact with me because I'm hanging out with Hanako. And Hanako's the enemy. Cough, cough.
Yes. Because Hanako is friends with Lily, and therefore it makes her the enemy.
Yes. Basically, you're enemies with yourself at this point.
Yes.
Fine, just for today. I was like, oh, it's not for today. You're stuck with us forever and ever.
And ever and ever.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Ichan. Just for today.
Yeah, just for today. We're just gonna sign a contract. And then you could never leave. I already told you I'm not joining the student council, remember?
Of course! Doing so would be considered,
600 notebook, obviously looking for a place in the script.
under dues and hence would be against regulations.
What? How very strange for you to consider of regulations now.
Things should be done by the book.
Right.
It's just that the book hasn't been written for every situation, so there are times when it get be ignored.
What? So it's times when it can be ignored. And yet, you two wonder why no one else wants to be in the student council. Lily's in the student council.
Lily is in the student council. All the class representatives are in the student council by default.
Yes.
They just don't do much.
Besides, you.
Shizune has been elected student council president by Misha every single year.
Wait, so is Misha the only one who votes?
Yes, because she's the only one that's in it by not default.
What do you mean by not default?
She's in it voluntarily, so she's the only one who gets to vote.
Oh gosh. I call rigged.
Yeah, it's a little rigged.
It's like, oh, there's only one person that can vote here, and it's like pretty biased who she's gonna vote for.
Yeah, Shizune's like, Misha, you will vote for me. Or I think she calls her Shina, but
I feel like she would, if she wanted to, wait, does she want to do the work?
Who?
Shizune.
Shizune just wants to do everything.
Okay, that sounds like you. Cause if it were me, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna like give someone else like the role, but I'm gonna be in charge technically. It's like, okay, Lily, you can have the student council representative, do everything you can. I'll just like hang back and just like take the credit. So things would go very differently on my side. Either that or
Sure.
actually do everything, cause like it's one or the other. I imagine I would do nothing, but like in reality, I'm probably gonna end up doing everything, cause that's how I do. It's terrible for me because I'm lazy. After poking
Okay,
her,
this is why I flipped my phone over because every time I get a freaking notification, my heart actually just poops it out. Okay, there we go.
what was it?
Continue.
What was it?
It
Was it
was a YouTube notification, but I saw it pop up and I was like,
was it this stream?
no, it was a thing from a comic dub channel.
Oh, was it the Overwatch comic channel?
I'm not subscribed to their channel because their comic dubs aren't the best.
I know, right? Subscribe to their channel and hopefully they get better. I'm only being friendly to them because we know them and not because they're actually.
Well, we met there, so.
Yes. I don't think they would associate with us if they knew who we were.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. We just happened to be there one time. We just happened to be in their group. Cough, cough. I wish I was their Lucio, because then it wouldn't be whatever it is. Because remember we saw
I
their
want to
Lucio?
be their Tracer because my Mercy is kind of terrible now, but my Tracer can be good.
I still think your abilities are great.
If I try really hard, it's
Yes.
good. It's not like I always think of it as Razzle Voice. It's not Razzle Voice. Razzle Voice is practically my accent.
Yes, it's not Razzle Voice. Razzle Voice is something else. Razzle is razzling. Razzle dazzle. After poking her tongue at me, Misha returns to her workbook, and we battle our way through the latter half of the school day. Huh. Did you also get that notification?
What notification?
Nothing.
Alan.
Before I even stand up, Shizune and Misha have placed their hands both on my shoulders. He's like, Alec. Also, look where the mouse is just conveniently at.
Oh my god.
Also, I just realized something.
What
They haven't seen the thing,
thing?
the stream.
What do you mean they?
The people.
Did you not stream the actual
Yeah, the
Katawa Shoujo?
no, they just had a background the whole time.
Is that why that is the thumbnail?
Probably.
Alan!
Let's start over.
Alan!
We could do it. Start over. I didn't notice until I decided to look at my OBS. I'm like, oh. I'm just gonna rename this technical difficulties.
Alan!
That should make things good. We good, we good. Just start at this point for visuals. Unless you want me to start from the beginning, just put skip. And then so they could see all the visuals that appeared. I'm gonna do that. Just gonna load it, leave it here. Yes. And then just put it on skip mode. So you see everything that happened during this whole interaction. And then this is where we sat, and this is why they said Lily was big, and then and then we in class, and then Lily and then this is where we are. Oh my.
Alan!
Oh my. This is where I would send that image again. Yes.
Why?
It was an accident. I wasn't paying attention. I just happened to notice. I'm like, oh, where's the string? Why is there no picture? Oh, why? I deleted it. Let's put this back in. Nothing happened. This is normal, right? I can't believe that school was in there the whole time.
It was not in there the whole time.
What are you talking about?
It was not in there the whole time.
Okay, it's okay. Nothing happened. It's fine. Let's leave it here for a few seconds so like people can see this as the thumbnail. And not whatever it was before. Cough cough. Hey, I said I'd help out, damn.
This is just insurance, Sal. Insurance! Hey, Sal?
Hanako timidly tries to leave the room by circling around us, and I suddenly realize that this may have been the one chance to escape. Oh, hey, Hanako, what's up?
Hey, what makes you think you've got time to chat?
Oh my gosh, it's you.
Like Ellen?
I was like, oh, why aren't you doing your homework, Alan? Why aren't you doing your homework? You think you have time to chat with me?
Like, quit talking to me, Alan. Come on.
What are you talking about? There's nothing here. Oh, relax. This won't take long. Sorry, Sal, what you were saying. I mean, Hanako. I keep saying this out.
Why?
I was like, oh, hi, me. How are you doing, me? Yes, I am fine, me. That is great.
It's okay, because I always, like, I get Karen, what's his face mixed up all the time?
Who?
Kosei?
Who's Kosei?
Kosei.
I smell bad. Why would
Kosei Arima.
Why did he say he smells bad? What is it going on?
Hmm.
Wait, what were we talking about?
You're fine. Why? Okay, just continue the streamings.
Nothing happened. It's not hentai.
Find some hentai on Twitch, my boy.
It's not, I swear.
Yeah, we're nowhere near hers yet.
Yeah,
It's at the very end.
just wait a couple weeks.
Yeah.
How deep are we today? First act. Meanwhile, I'm on Facebook typing. Ignore me, I said nothing. It's Hanako.
I was going to the library and I thought, Hanako.
Yes? Hanako thumbs dance around each other with her eyes fixed around the room, looking elsewhere but us. Oh, me.
I wanted to get Shizune, but he made it impossible to get Shizune.
I'm sorry. It just happened to happen this way. It was
Sorry, Hanako, but Hisao has to come with us. He's got to do work.
What? No. I said nothing. So is this every single person that has ever been on my account? I mean on the channel?
Where's Widow's baguette?
I see
Find it.
I see him right here. That's
Find it.
W. I don't know how to spell. Well, It should be... Hanako is the pancake to the left on... to... what?
Hanako is the pancake that you left on too long.
That's mean. Okay.
But I'd still eat it.
I'd agree with that. And also, speaking of pancakes, we were eating pancakes today and yesterday. So that's a serious coincidence. Cough, cough. Have you been checking our channel? I mean, Discord.
Oh, but you can help if you'd like to.
No, run away, Hanako.
So how about it, Hisao?
God damn it. Save. This is, tea leaves. Where do I put Angela?
This one actually doesn't impact anything.
Okay. So, what do you think, Hanako? Seems like something I would say. Not, I wouldn't be rude. It's like, oh, what do you think, Hanako? Hanako just walks away. Okay, that's good. Yes, run away while I do this. So, what do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Hanako's route, the ones that you think will impact something don't do anything, and the ones that seem like it'd be okay to go either way are the ones that give you the bad ending.
What do you say, Hanako? If we all helped, it shouldn't take long at all. Hanako fidgeting answers my question before she could even form the words.
I really need to go.
Yep. I really wanted to help Shizune out, even if it's a little bit. Am I bad? I feel like I'm a bad person from this.
Stop cheating on Hanako. We're not in Shizune's route yet.
I know. You know, you are Hanako. I mean, you are Shizune, so. Well, that was to be expected. Looks like it's just me and the student council girls again. Cough, cough.
Yeah, you get an extra scene based on that choice, but nothing else happens.
I wonder what that means. It's easier to resign myself to another afternoon's work of small council fees. I mean, council office. I catch up to you tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Now that the festival's over, it's work time.
I thought the festival time was work time. Oh, farewells. Misha and Suzune frog marched me to the student council office, never once letting go of my shoulders. I feel a little bad for ditching Hanako like this, but it is the price of getting Misha off her back, so be it. So then, what are we up to today?
Debrief? Is that what that says?
Yes. Huh? Isn't that supposed to happen after something?
Yep, we have to collect all of the information from the festival so that C-chan can debrief the teachers.
Can C-chan do that?
Totally.
C-chan drops the large piles of papers on her desk in front of me. A smile smiles succinctly.
You need to sort those into 2 piles.
Oh my.
One for financial stuff like recipes, one for feedback, one for positive feedback, maybe one for things that look like they could be problems next year, one of those problems that probably won't be able to be fixed.
And receipts? That's a few more than 2 piles.
Huh? Oh, right, yeah, I thought it would be only 2 piles. My bad!
Right, while I'm doing this, what will you two be doing?
Well, we missed lunch because we were collecting all of these reports, so we're going to go get some food.
Why didn't you just sort them out while you were collecting them? Thankfully, my self-defense mechanism kicks in, prevents me from opening my mouth any further, worsening the situation. Volney Felter.
Yeah, it's the Melanie filter. That
Which
thing that you don't have, Alan.
I know. I have issues. This is why I get in trouble. Because
Well,
I
yeah,
tend to say things.
my Melanie filter died today, so we good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to go dig it out of the trash before Vincent beats her.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had a really weird thought.
Tell me. Tell me.
So I was like, oh, we should make a GoFundMe for like to support like Melanie and like not make Vincent beat her.
Yes, save Melanie from Vincent.
Yes, that's what the fund is for. We're never speaking to this again. Unless this actually becomes a thing. And someone actually donates.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. After all the junk went down, I was going to say, and we will never speak of this again.
What are you talking about?
You know, my junk.
Mm-hmm. What junk?
My little slice of hell.
Mm-hmm. What are you talking about, Angela?
Never mind.
That's the point. I feel like you didn't get it. Okay.
Huh? How is that fair?
The you look at Reddit, right?
Yes.
r/whoosh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. You're pure gold.
I thought you were gonna give me r/my little slice of hell.
Okay. Is that a thing?
No.
We could make that a thing.
Yeah, we'll just post my life on there.
Let's start making the thing. Everyone start contributing to the posts.
Yeah, just, cut sections out of these streams where I really start being ridiculous and then just put it on there.
Oh my gosh, we could make a group of Pinecones Reddit page and then just call it My Little Slice of Hell.
Yes. And be like, have you noticed the titles of these streams?
Mm-hmm. Conspiracy theory.
Remember a long, long time ago, I think it was like episode 4, Tokyo Babel.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to call it Melanie, Come On, Answer. But we were like, no, we'll censor it and put Vixie. Now we straight up put Melanie on stream.
Mm-hmm. Because she doesn't care. She's totally
She
cares.
watches them, but she doesn't care.
Yeah. She'll totally kill us later. Me especially, since she knows. So keep going. I was fretting over the unfair distribution of work so far that I didn't notice that Shizune had kept on signing. If it weren't for Misha's outburst, I probably wouldn't have noticed at all. Okay. Shizune seems to be delivering a fairly long string of commands to Misha, and none of them look pleasant. Reaching a conclusion, Misha signs briefly back to Shizune and sits down on the desk next to me. Oh my! I was like, you're not getting off the hook too. You're doing this. I can't read.
Yes.
And then she leaves. Shizune waves to the both of us before disappearing out the door. I was like, I thought I was getting food too. What was that about?
Sichan was worried that you'd get it all wrong unless you were supervised.
Mm-hmm. I would do it wrong on purpose to get you here. This is blackmail, Misha.
And since she can't tell you how you're messing things up, she's making me stay. Bummer, I wanted to go with Sichan.
I know you did. So did I.
but she's going to bring us back some food.
Yes, double food. Perfect for me.
How good is that?
Misha Flippancy is out of the world. From down to the bumps to the top of the world, over some calories. It's hard to imagine how anyone could operate at that level. Well, it could have been worse. So, what are we supposed to be doing?
What is that word?
Collation,
Okay.
I think.
Collation? Question mark?
I gathered that.
Well, let's just start making piles. We'll work out what the piles mean later.
Sure. Right. We start separating the papers in increasingly complex piles. At first, the simple categories: finance, feedback, incident reports. They split apart in goods and bad reports. And further still until starts what looks like we've thrown papers onto the desk. This is hopeless.
Huh? Why? We're doing what we were told, right?
She doesn't understand. She's like, oh, we're
She's
doing
like, I listened to Shizune perfectly.
yeah, this is fine, right? I don't know what we're doing, but this is fine, right? Shizune didn't say we're doing anything wrong, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes, but it looks like we're making a mess.
No, I think we got a lot done. Si-chan will be able to work out the rest from here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I'm Misha and you're Shizune.
So I think we can stop about here then.
No, you keep working, Misha. You're not getting off the hook that easy. It's almost as if Misha's common sense left out the room with Shizune. Still, there's no point in arguing.
Anyway, what's the deal with you and Hanako?
Deal?
I need to make sure that you're dating her so that I can date Shi-chan.
Yeah.
You were hanging out with her today, weren't you? Have there been any fireworks, any gossip that you're withholding from me?
Oh my gosh, that is something you would say. It's like, so, anything you want to say, Alan?
You know you want to tell me, Alan. You know you want to. I can see everything, so you're not gonna hide it.
I know. You know that. Plus, I tell you everything, so it doesn't really... I'm not really hiding much, so...
As opposed to me, who hides everything.
Yeah. You tell me enough, so that's fine. Which is probably what got you in trouble with...
Yes, that is exactly what got me in trouble.
Technically, that's not, but... Let's keep
many times did that get me in trouble.
I feel like that was just an excuse for her, but like, let's just move on.
It was, but it's fine.
It was her excuse.
She just comes back anyway. Look who's the dog now, Omar.
What are you talking about? Oh, right. Is the dog now? Okay. Well, she is the pet. This has been established. If I told you about my own circumstances, it wouldn't be gossip, would it? Oh.
Yes. I guess not.
I didn't really consider the scenario. But isn't it just a saying, though? Like when someone says, "Oh, tell me the gossip," and it's just like about your own relationship. It's not really gossip because it's the truth, or like your truth as well. No.
Yeah.
Just like my talks just go philosophical. We're just friends, I guess. I guess. Why are you so interested? I thought you and Shizune didn't like her. I think it's just Shizune, but okay.
It's not really like that, you know. Seichan and Lily don't get along well.
Yes.
And since you can't really get Hanako away from Lily, we don't talk to her much. But that doesn't mean that I can't be concerned for her.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a very common response for you. I was like, logic dictates that. And therefore...
DJ!
Hmm?
I'm an INTJ.
Yes.
Logic.
Your personality type. Which I still don't really pay much attention to. I'm sorry about that.
Well, she never hangs out with anyone else, right? It's no good, Hichan.
If Shizune and Lily dislike each other because their personalities are different, then I hate to think how Misha and Hanako would get along.
That'd be funny.
Oh my.
I mean, in one way or another, we're all in the same boat here, right?
What's the boat? Well, I guess.
It's Shizune's pants.
Whoa, okay.
This time, when she left class halfway through, Seichan went to the teacher and asked what was going to be done about it.
Oh my.
He said that every student here has special needs and that Seichan shouldn't worry herself about it.
Mm-hmm. Right, just leave Hanako alone. That's her need.
Just leave Hanako alone.
That's her needs. That's what she gets from the school. She could skip her school whenever she wants, which is not really a point of being here, but okay. I feel like this is more of a social meet and greet for Hanako rather than school.
Hanako never does any group work. She just runs off.
What's with the laugh, Angela?
Nothing.
I feel like I shouldn't call you by that. Like when I'm interrogating you, I feel like I should call you by the other thing, if you know what I mean. The thing you don't like to be
so many
called by.
pictures. I will follow them all.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Armenia and why is her entire family putting that on their... Okay. Maybe this is her sister.
I know.
Isn't that enough to be concerned about?
I guess you're right. She still hardly says a word when we're talking. Well,
that's more than I've been able to do. Seichan and I both tried when she started, but she got scared and ran off.
I wonder who this person is. And why do I have them? Whatever. You saw what happened.
Yes.
I considered telling Misha that exactly the same thing happened to me, but she seems caught up with thought. Listening to Misha without why Misha the thickest girl without what? Out of all of them, yes. You're not gonna deny that?
Because Misha?
Yes. Shizune's influence is interesting.
2 seconds.
Yes. I think she needs to trust that people here don't care what she looks like, and that she can trust us. If she could, I feel a lot better about her. I think it's so long as I've watched Micha without seeing her sign. When she's with Shizune, she's constantly waving her hands about, explaining the world to Shizune. That amount of effort probably places a strain even on an agile mind. And let's face it, Misha isn't the world's brightest spark. Well, I keep an eye on her for you. But you should probably apologize for it earlier. I don't think Hanako is cut out for this kind of joke. Ho ho! I didn't even notice. Sorry. Don't say it to me. Just mention it to her.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
I guess I'll continue doing Misha.
Yes, you will.
Which I was doing. Alright, first thing tomorrow I'll speak with her. Good. Uh-oh. A cacophony from the door heralds from the return of Shizune. I guess she's finally really tell how much noise she's making. I guess she can't really tell how much noise she's making. Oh, Chi-chan, you're back. Shizune appears completely laden with goods from the convenience store. There's some surplus left from the festival since the official festival business have splurged a little. Nice idea, Shizune. 10 points. Is that really allowed? For some reason, who refuses to join us, you seem to take an unhealthy interest in the politics of the council. I shall punish your insolence by wresting your portion of the feast. Fine, I get it. Misha slides the multiple stacks of paper on one side of the room for the advancements of the food Shizune is spreading out. As I watch, my heart gets misdirected. Work being wasted, I realize it's little wonder why these two need help. The convenience store meal isn't overly tasty, but at the very least it's filling. And we just finished eating and we're eating again, but okay. Thanks for helping us. Most of the time we just make up reports for the staff. This year we can at least make up some relevant headings from the debrief. Are you sure this isn't corrupt organization? Not at all. Not at all. We're by the book. It's not our fault the books isn't specific enough. I thought that was the definition of corruption. You think too much. You know what? You're probably right. Anyways, I must be off. That is, if I'm allowed to leave. Your work seems to be deemed sufficient. You may leave. Well, thank you. You know, you stress the free meal side of things over the endless workload side. You probably end up with more recruits. You might just have a point. Well then, think about it. And think about what we talked about. You don't have to tell that to Shizune if you don't want. What? Oh, right. I'll try to see her tomorrow. Good night, Hee-chan. Night, Misha, Shizune. Chirping birds. Normally this would be a good time to reflect on the beauty of nature. But it's 6 a.m. Covering my head with a pillow, I slam my face into the mattress, hoping that the impact will send me into instant back to sleep. Futile. I toss and turn, but simply won't return to me. Alright. We finished the Shizune lines.
Cool.
Alright, nature, you've won. See? I'm getting up now. The lack of sleep weighs on my mind, and the only one redeemed from this, a nice, hearty breakfast. It would be nice for the first person here, to the first to dig into the piping hot pile of food to sit wherever I desire. It would have been nice. But even my exceptionally early start has me put behind to most diligent students. I guess there's quite a few people that have early starts here for some reason or another. Oh, that reminds me of like when I was at school, like I think it was high school or middle school or something. Like we would go like really early, and we would just like get breakfast there at the school because they serve breakfast, and then they'd be like, oh, there's people here. I was like, I'm not the only one here. It's like it's usually like 3 other people, but it's like okay. And it's usually like the smartest people in the school, so it's like it's me and then just happens to be with the smart people in the school. I'm like, okay. Well, technically I'm smart, but I'm like not that smart. considering. Well, moving on. A group of students reporting sports clothes huddled in the one table, eagerly discussing game plans. In between, inhaling groups, great gulps of food. Scattered around the hall of beardy-eyed students, probably suffering from the same ailments of myself, noisy birds. Of course, there are people with actual enjoying getting up this early, the ones with bag stuffs of textbook completed homework. It's hardly not to despise people like that, even more so when you're tired yourself. Oh wait, I remember when I was in high school, I used to. I mean, I can't say things on straight. I'll type it out. Why am I not typing? Typing right. That. It's hard not to despise people like that, even more so when you're tired yourself. Picking up a familiar face in the thin crown, I head towards the nearest table. Lily sits alone, definitely feeling way more small plate of eggs with her fork. It's almost shame to interrupt her with her clockwork movements. I wonder, is this how a blind person zones out? Simply moving in a predetermined pattern, learning how over the years, just like how a sighted person would eat while reading a newspaper. Good morning, Lily. I didn't expect to see you this early.
Oh, so you startled me. I didn't know you took breakfast this early.
I don't. It's just an exception to the rule. I'd greatly prefer to be late to school than early to breakfast. Lily gives me a small sign of my admitted tardiness as I begin to eat my food. It appears to take long for her to lapse back to her previous mindset of nibbling. Each small notion lacks energy. I suppose it's similar to letting your eyes wander while performing any other chore. But after a few repetitions of the eat food cycle, Lily puts down her fork and dabs her lips with a napkin.
Hey, Sal, do you mind if I ask a question? No.
What happened?
Never answer. Do you mind if I ask a question?
Why?
It's bad. Don't answer that.
But don't I usually ask you that?
Bad.
It's not usually that bad when I ask you that, is it? Oh well, it's It's always bad. Never mind.
You're fine.
Like you respond like, yeah, sure, ask. I was like, and then I ask, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. But then I'm like, you mean anyone else besides me?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, all I wanted was little food for 4 hours of sleep, and no one says, can I ask you a question for a simple question? Sure.
No. Bad. Frick. Do you think of Hanukkah as a friend?
I don't know the proper answer to that. This seems like a leading question. I guess so. Why do you ask?
No real reason.
I feel like Lily's trying to ask us out.
I do have another question, though. Why is that you think of her as a friend?
This is well up of my level. What's she expecting from me? Well, I'm not really sure. I guess it's because she's a little different in the way she deals with people.
Since I've known her, she hasn't really connected with anyone. She doesn't seem interested in other people. I think people are a little scared off by her appearance.
You know, a plane. What? I thought he was on the couch. Okay. He's like, cause she's a closet thing. The closest thing to a loli. Ah. Oh, you. Really? I thought that kind of thing was, well, discouraged here. Discrimination and such.
Well, if I were to put it one way...
She furrows her brow in thoughts, a move which makes me slightly anxious as to what she's plucking in her mind. It's me every time you think. It's like, oh no. What are you gonna say?
I say a lot of weird junk.
Do you now?
I'd say that you're a little naive.
Mm-hmm. That's how I would describe myself. Like me.
You are a little naive.
A lot naive. Let's not kid
You're
ourselves.
naive, and I'm the opposite of naive, and they're both bad.
Mm-hmm. And then we make a perfect balance.
Yes.
Somehow. Naive? I'd be insulted if not for the slight cynical grin on her face. I see.
While Yamako has a stronger sense of community compared to other schools, it's far from being free of conflict.
Shizune.
Shizune is conflict.
Sure, let's go with that. Well, Lily's not doing much, but like, and then she says like, I don't like you. Oh right, Shizune could see. Sorry, I thought Shizune was also blind.
No.
This would have been a really terrible thing if she was blind and deaf.
Why?
Why what?
Why would that be terrible?
Because then she wouldn't be able to communicate. She would be basically Helen Keller.
Helen Keller could communicate fine.
I know that, but like, after years of training.
It took her like a couple months. I know a lot about Helen Keller.
I know. I'm just exaggerating.
Rules cannot remove the human nature, after all, only suppress it.
Hmm. That's something I've noticed, actually. Yeah. I'm weird about human nature. I don't really like that people do things, certain things. Even though it seems normal to them, it doesn't seem like a normal reaction to me. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Just little things, how certain people avoid cliches, and cliches avoid each other in the halls, and no difference than my old school, really. Even Lily and Shizune have considered bitter rivals, even though they both seem to be fairly accepting people. Well, at least Misha tinted Shizune does. Who knows what actually goes on with the fingers behind her glasses. I guess you're right. But when I first came here, everything was a bit of a shock. I kept on making mistakes, or at least thinking I was making mistakes. Like when we first met, I said, I see to you. I didn't know if it was considered rude or anything, so I tried to just put it in the back of my mind. Treating people any different and that kind of attitude. So I didn't. I told myself that Hanako and you were, and like everyone else was normal. And I tried ignoring the obvious. I talked with Hanako as if she were like any other person, and so we became friends. At least that's how I think it happened. But, you know, I feel guilty just about saying something like that out loud, as if it took extra effort to think of Hanako and for you or anyone else as normal. I don't think that's right.
Sal, I think you are naive, but I also think you are a good person. It is perhaps one of the better traits.
I feel like that's something someone would say. I suppose.
Something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a terrible person. I can take that as a compliment.
Tell me, are you free tonight?
I feel like I should say no. Is this an option? If you don't count homework, then I'm free as a breeze.
In that case, would you care to join myself and Hanako for tea?
I don't really have that much money at the moment, so going out isn't really...
Oh, I don't mean going out, just here, this evening.
You can access the classrooms in the evening here?
No, that's what I meant. Hanako and I often use my room for tea parties together. Please feel free to drop by after dusk.
I mean, what? Sure, I see no problem with that. What's your room number? I see lots of problems with this, but okay.
225, room 25 on the second floor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sure.
Well then, I'd best be off. I have class representative duties to attend to after all. Until this evening, so.
Yeah, catch you later. Hang on, was I just invited to a girl's room after hours? Is that even allowed? There's curfew here, but I never really heard any rules about visiting visitors in the dorm rooms. Even still, this is enough to get my sleep-deprived brain jump started. Add that with a lukewarm breakfast, and you have one hell of a pick-me-up. Mm-hmm. I get what you mean. I grudgingly go to class, still a little excited at the prospect of breaking the rules. Mm-hmm. I feel like a little kid planning to sneak out his window at night. Well, maybe that's a little going too far, but when you compare an invitation to a party of 6 or so hours of lectures, I know which one wins. Mishi and Suzune do little to relieve my boredom either. For one, they seem to be determined to actually complete Muta's assignment. Why aren't you doing Muta's assignment, Hisao? I'm disappointed in you, Hisao. As someone who actually does his schoolwork.
Do you do your schoolwork, though?
Do I do my schoolwork?
Or do you talk to Angela?
I do my schoolwork. I always do my schoolwork. It's always turned in on time, even though no matter how much it takes me. I'm responsible, I'm just not very good at it. I'm responsibly irresponsible. Is that better?
Sure.
I don't do things I don't think I could do without first. Like, if I'm gonna do an assignment and I'm gonna finish it in a day, I'm gonna finish that assignment in a day, even if it's practically impossible. You know? Meanwhile, you do, like, an entire research project, and, like, from the first day it's assigned, you're a very good student. Nonetheless, my day eventually winds to a close. I hurry back to my room and wash up and comb my hair. Thankfully, I don't run into Kenji. Before long, I'm leaving the boys' dorm. I nervously rap the door marked 2:25, checking my watch once again.
Is that you, Hisao? The door's open. You can come in.
Why are all the doors open in the girls' room?
She just leaves. They just leave them open.
Yeah, like, Emmy's room was open all the time. Rin's room was open, but that was for obvious reasons since he has no arms. Yeah, just all the rooms are open. Lily's voice tilts through the door and smooths my nerves. This is the first time I've been invited to a girl's room after dark. Even though I know it's no ulterior motive behind the invitation, it doesn't stop my mind running wild in possibilities. I thought Lily lives by the school. Or am I thinking not good? Doesn't Lily's house by the school?
That's Shizune's house.
Ah. Okay, then. Tally ho. One guy, two girls at the door room with tea set. When I put it like that, it sounds a little dodgy. Giving a small sigh and raising myself, I gingerly pass my hand to the handle and open the door, cranking my head to see inside. Aww. I mean, what? The door opens completely and I catch my first glimpse of Lily's room. Her furniture looks almost antique, but the bare walls and flat surfaces are barely decorated at all. In the center of the room is a low table, where I see a small table set. I feel like this is your room.
My room is a wreck right now.
I know, but I feel like this is your room. The feel of the room.
Yeah, my room, it's got like 5 desks, and then my computer desk, and then a bunch of junk, and yeah.
Yep. It seems that everything in this room has its place, possibly except for several piles of books stacked up on against the wall. The sense of vision isn't the only one simulated by the faint smell of something that could be picked up by the air. No polish, perfume, makeup, it's hard to describe in any other way other than girly. My eyes finished their quick sweep of the room before I returned to the position to the girls. Lily sits next to the small table wearing a very dark blue pajamas with shorts that show off plenty of her alluring pale legs. Yes. That's basically my description to you. Opposite of her, Hanako sitting adorned with conservative light pink gown. Her hands are firmly fixed between her legs and her shoulder forward and her head down as if trying to hide herself in it. As it would be easier for her to do, it looks like 2 sizes too big for her. It's like my dick. The legs, my dick. Oh my.
Oh, it's okay, buddy. Me too.
I know you do. Waves of flannel flows in the frame, looking at her child's play dress and her parents' clothes. Oh, Emmy's here. Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Emmy.
Which looks to be confirmed my identity of the beginnings of a thin smile crept across the face, before vanishing in fast. I couldn't be sure of what was there. Face. It's... There's no... Oh.
There's no point in standing in the doorway, Sal.
Alluring. Okay. Oh, you close. I mean, what?
Why are they not wearing pants? Wear pants, girls.
They're wearing shorts and then she's just wearing a gown. It's fine.
It's not fine.
I mean, would you? There was no... Okay. I take a step into the room, closing the door behind me.
My, I'm afraid this is really a small room for the 3 of us. Would you like to take a seat?
Thick dives, say lives. Sorry.
Yeah.
I slowly walk to the table and sit down, trying the hardest not to disturb anything along the way. I also can't help but steal a quick glance at Lily's top as I sit. To be robbed of the sight would be almost a terrible fate.
Just
Just what?
voice the character.
Oh, you want me to be Lily?
I'm on the phone.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
Well now, how about we have some tea, Hanako? Could you please pour? Just ignore my horrible voice.
That was something.
Sure. Hey, Sal, would you...
I can do it now.
Like... Would I like some tea? Do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Lily finds it difficult to resist the smile from her compassion's nervousness, something I can't really blame her for. Been a tiring day?
Yeah.
I relax my place opposite to the cabinet. To the left, the blue-clad Lily, and to my right, a pink Hanako. The tea set on the table looks cute as well, practically painted red with the floral motif. It looks odd with the constraints that Lily plans, but it's generally sophisticated-looking furniture, which leads to think that Hanako might have picked it out. There's a slight tinge when Hanako accidentally clips the teapots in the cup as she is pouring. She breathes in sharp. She must be really nervous. That is not the kind of thing anyone would worry about. Hanako quivers at her mistake.
It's okay, Hanako. There's no need to be nervous.
Hanako seems to find some confidence in Lilia's reassuring. Soft-spoken words and definitely pours out from 2 cups.
Here you are, Sal, Lily.
Hanako carefully places a cup of saucer in front of Lily and myself. I could get used to service like this.
Thank you, Hanako.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Lily searches for a cup and, upon finding it, sips delicately. I do the same. A tea tastes somewhat better than the tea we usually have at school. This is nice. It's so different from any tea I've had before.
Okay, so I have to go in 15 minutes because I lost my horse, so I have to go check on that.
Just go now. You have to go for your horse.
No, I've got time.
No, you have to go look for your horse.
It's fine. I got time. It's fine.
It could go farther than it is now.
It's fine.
It's not fine. It's your horse.
My mother's busy. I have to wait until she can go.
Okay, then.
You just skipped it. Okay.
You read that already.
I did?
Yeah. Right before you said, I have to go in 15 minutes.
Okay. You've done well, even if it was a bold move.
Also, Fuji says, how the hell did you lose the horse?
Okay, so...
Nigga, nani?
They feed them every night all at once. And they just messaged me or texted me and they're like, so we can't find Tess. And then I'm just like, what? How can you lose her?
I mean, I would help search, but, I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'd have you and Melanie out there just be like, go find horse.
I'm pretty sure you wouldn't ask her to do it because she would die in the process. But
that might be... Okay, never mind.
Sorry. I was like, fight for my affection, find my horse.
First one to find her gets my affection. Go!
Wow.
I feel like you would be like sprinting around the property and Melanie just be like...
Yeah, that's probably what would happen. Also, disappointed face. You've done well, even if it was a bold move. Anako's smile turns redoubled. Even with her blitted face, she smiles. A shy smile couldn't be called anything but cute.
I'm glad you like it.
Hanako finally begins to relax, sip from her cup. I think back at my chat with Misha the other day. Is Hanako's behavior something to be concerned about, or is she just shy? And then there is Lily earlier this morning. The concern for both of them seemed to be genuine, and they know the situation better than I. But, really, how can I possibly help? I'm no plastic surgeon, so I can't really help with her appearance, nor am I a psychologist. Who can I make her more sociable? So, what the hell do I do, Lily and Misha want... What the hell do Lily and Misha want me to do? It's frustrating. Hanako and I quickly become friends on our own accord, and because of that, it's like everyone wants me to solve all her problems. And I have no idea how to do that. I mean... I feel like I had similar thought process. I'm like, okay, but I'm like, different response to this. I'm like, oh, I want to solve all your problems. It sounds like I don't want to do this, and then it's like, and then he's like, I have no idea how to do that, and then that's also me. I was like, I have no idea how to do this. I barely even know how to like be myself. How can I help someone else? But like, I guess I'm doing something, and
well, we did find out that no matter how hard you try, you can't get me back together with Melanie. But the best way to get back together with Melanie is to just let her sit there and realize that Vincent doesn't love her.
Mm-hmm. The best way was just ignore her, and she'll come back eventually.
Yep, that's how you get back with Melanie. Is you just ignore her until she misses you enough to be like, okay.
That's usually all the times that happens. Like, I miss her. It was like, uh-huh. It's like, I'm gonna go talk to her. I was like, okay. That's usually every time that she breaks up with you, she does that.
Yeah, she's just like, I hate her. She ruined my life. She causes all this stress. 3 weeks later, I miss her. I think I'm gonna go talk to her. I miss her voice.
Mm-hmm. Every single time she says that, every single time she goes back together with you. It's like, oh my god.
No.
She goes to the stream and sees like, oh my god, it's her voice.
And then I'm just like, my voice is not great, Melanie.
Yes, it
Thanks,
is.
but
Well, in the thought process of someone that's in love, yes, it is.
well, yeah, like Melanie's voice isn't great, and yours isn't great, but still.
Mm. I have no idea what to do about that. No one can cure my heart, nor Lily's eyes, nor anyone who is here in this school. However, I see no harm in becoming better friends with Hanako. Now that she's warming up to me, I kind of enjoy hanging out with her.
So, Hisao, are you enjoying yourself?
Lily's words break me out of my reverie, and I take a second to consider where I am. In a room with two girls in their bedclothes, this is something to be enjoyed. Yeah, it's relaxing, almost like it's not the school anymore. Do you do this often?
Quite often, but not as often as we take tea in the school building.
Considering that they do that nearly every day, it's not a big surprise. As I move to another, taking a sip of the teacup, I find it sadly empty. That was delicious. Thank you, Hanako, Lily.
You're welcome. Yes, you're most welcome, Hisao. It's nice to have a third person here.
Well, anytime. You need something to fill that position, I'm always available. Always. Sounds like me. It's like, hey, so
I'm always here.
I'm always here. You do something. One of the most, to be sure to get one point across in these circumstances. This is why my sister thinks I have dyslexia because I can't read. Well, I've had problems reading since I was a kid, but then if I keep reading, it gets better. But since I haven't read out loud in so long, it gets worse. So let's keep reading until like by this is not noticeable again. Because when we met, this wasn't noticeable. Because I used to do this more often.
Yeah, we quit for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like,
Didn't we have a reason for doing that though?
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
Did we?
I suck at reading out loud, but to my head, I'm faster as Keemstar. Yes. In my head, I could see the whole screen and then just read it all. Like, if I'm reading my head, I could go page, I read, page, I read, page, I read, page. Not that fast, but like, pretty fast. Yeah, let's continue. Lily lets out a loose yawn, which is she unsuccessfully hides with her hands.
Pardon me, I think I'm a little tired. I think we're all a little tired. My, how astute we are tonight, Hanako.
Astute?
Yep. We really should head to bed. We have class tomorrow.
Sounds like you try to drive me away. Yeah, I should go.
Thank you for your presence, Asao.
I feel like this is what happened yesterday. Remember? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you saying yeah?
I'm thinking of junk.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You'll come again?
Not even a whole army could stop me. Mm-hmm.
Aw. I'm impressed by your determination, Hasao.
Either way, you're right. We'd best be going. I stand up and make for the door. Hanako gingerly stands up behind me. I stop and face her. Are you coming with me? Hanako instantly becomes into full blush.
No, not this room isn't.
It's okay, I was only joking.
Hanako, don't pretend you don't sleep in there all the time.
Mm-hmm. It's like I just cuddle. It's just no problem.
Oh, okay. Good night. Good night, Hanako. Good night, Hasao.
Night all. And with the tea, our tea party finishes. And with that, our tea party finishes. Wow, my terrible. It's not sure what that Lily wanted me to do with for Hanako, but I don't want to let her down. I just wait until the door was closed behind us before turning to Hanako. Hey, Hanako, you don't have to be nervous around me or anything. I mean, we're friends, right?
Right. We're friends.
If you ever want to hang out or anything, just let me know. We still need to have the chess rematch, remember?
Sure.
I feel she looks disappointed.
She always looks disappointed.
Well, she looks more disappointed, the fact that we mentioned that. And also, I feel like you're always disappointed at me.
Disappointed?
Oh, you know that. Disappointed!
But I don't think you'll win.
It wouldn't be any fun if it was easy. Hanko seems to have given me a muted laugh, but she would have just said easily been exhaling.
Good night, Hasao.
With that, Hanako quickly retreats to a room located next to Lily's. I start to walk back to my room, but simple act of walking seems to drain me of my energy. Yeah, because you're not exercising. I barely made it to my room before I hit the wave of exhaustion. I could kick off my shoes, fall into bed, and fall asleep at the time my head hits the pillow. Okay. Well, we're gonna save here and end the stream. We'll see you next time. After the returns, we might play Tokyo Babel. Ooh.
Yeah, the one that people like less.
Yeah. But it's fun. Alright. See you guys later. And make sure to come back next time.
Yeah, come back and watch Tokyo Babel, please.
And don't watch the restream of this because this is nothing happened. Nothing happened. Cough cough. See you later. This is not what you were saying.